Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. But God is really using you to help me.
We think that we will always have a stake in the game, or we think that, okay, cool. Like, ladies, come on, your pretty card runs out. We think, just for a prime example, great example, how many people have you met, right, that came across a nice lump sum of money? Like, they came across some decent money. And they thought that it'd never end. They kept on spending. And then one day they just declined, right? It's just like a person that's not used to money, that gets money, and it runs out. They think that it would never run out. I want to share with you, that stuff run out. Fellas, your money, listen, I want to share with I know what I'm talking about. Ladies, don't come to the table empty-handed, but I got to go around the mulberry tree real fast. Fellas, unless you have some dope investments that brings you passive income, you can't work on that job forever. So eventually, the money that you have coming in now, something is going to slow down. I promise you, something will slow down in your financial life if you don't invest right. And it's crazy because if you ever notice, most sugar daddies they don't live this crazy lavish life. They live a simple life, right? They have a nice car that may be paid off, may not be paid off. But when they retire, they have to live on a budget because they're not making extra. They have a certain amount of money coming in. That's why most sugar daddies, they do their due diligence with their finances in their younger ages. They make sure that the house is close to being paid off. So when they retire, the house is paid off. They make sure, like certain things like that. However, your money will not be the same forever. Ladies, I'm going to keep on saying it. I get mad all you want. I don't care. Don't care. Your pretty card will not be valid forever. I promise you. Because this is what I tell people. Don't always think that you're the best. Because there's another person that does whatever it is that you do good, they do it better. You look good, there's somebody that looks even better. Right? You think that you dress the best? Okay, cool. There's somebody else that dressed better. You think your body's the best? You got all the curves. There's another sister that got the curves in the better places than you got. Like her curves are a lot more tighter than yours. So stop thinking that whatever it is that you have will not end or won't stop, right? So the whole reason why I'm constructing that thought is because I want you to really understand. Stop coming to the table empty-handed. I get it. Your pretty card has allowed you access to certain tables. That's true. But the truth of the matter is, it's crazy because I've seen this time and time again. Like you see it in movies all the time, right? Guys look for the pretty girl, right? They go after the pretty girl, but when they get the pretty girl, they discover she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean. Now, I'm not saying we stepping back in the old ages. However, right? Those are qualities that men really look for. Like that's unless you're the type of guy that has crazy money and you don't care about none of that. I got somebody that can do all that. I ain't talking about you. This is not your conversation. But the average guy that maybe makes between 50,000 and 200,000, right? I mean, you make good money, but I'm still looking for a woman that cooks, cleans, have motherly instincts, right? Now, most women that have the pretty card or that pulls the pretty card, some have those attributes and some don't. They just don't. Now, like I was saying, you have some guys that get the pretty girl home and spend some time with her, and as time progresses, he may change and develop into somebody else. Now he's looking for a whole new set of qualities that he never thought from the beginning that would be very important now. And you don't have them. All you have is the pretty card and the sexy card and the sex card. And after you had used the sex card up and the sexiness card up, after you have used the pretty card up, and it's like, what other cards you got to choose from? Because I'm tired of these three cards. These three cards are not getting me any money. It's spending all of my money. So then his mind will begin to change. Now, the pretty card girl now gets put on the back burner. Why? Because she didn't bring nothing to the table. Now, I'm not suggesting that if you have those three cards, that if you bring other things to the table, you won't be valid or be a valid player at the table. You will be. Those are just 3 extras, right? Those are bonus. Like, don't rely on these 3 cards when you come to the table looking to move forward at the table. And when I say the table, I'm talking about the relationship table, the marriage table. Don't just bring that to the table thinking that's all I need and that's cool in the game. Nah, that's not all you need. Like, I need a little bit more at the table. Because if you just bring these 3 things at the table, that's not enough. That's not sustain. I have fun. This is the reason why I'm really saying this, ladies. Men will have fun with those 3 cards. Period. And truth of the matter is, I tell people this all the time. You can't get mad because somebody has fun with what you brought to the table. Now they're no longer interested in what you brought to the table because what you brought to the table wasn't substance. Wow. Bars. When you, in fact, don't bring substance to the table, don't expect them to want you to stay at the table. Ladies, don't just come to the table empty-handed, right? And I know you're saying, listen, but I ain't coming to the table empty-handed. I'm coming with my beauty. Cool, that's fine. And that's all. That's what am I looking for? Your label of beauty and somebody else, a guy's label of beauty is 2 different beauties. I promise you. You may be physically beautiful, but a man with real good sense will say, cool, but looks fade away. What else do you have? Right? That's why when you go on a job, a job interview, you apply for a job. That's why they ask for what kind of qualities do you have? Right? You're a hard worker. What else? I'm on time. What else? Like, that's cool. Like, if you know how to do the job, being on time and being a good worker, that should come with the qualities of what you can do. That should come with it. So what I'm saying is, ladies, like, for real, you save yourself the headache, right? The biggest thing that I talk about on my platform is confidence, right? I need you to put yourself first. Don't put yourself on the back burner. Put yourself first. Take care of you, because if you're not taken care of, how can you take care of somebody else? If you don't make sure that you're straight, what will happen is you'll find yourself breaking down physically because you're putting everybody else first, everybody else before you. You're not taking care of yourself. Self-love is the best love. So what I'm saying is, make sure that you're bringing now, let's clear this up. There are some men that will say, my woman don't need to work. That's cool. That's him. I get it. Everybody has different situations. Some men will like, hey, my woman don't need to work, period. She don't have to work. I take care of all the bills. That's cool. If that's the situation, I totally understand. However, even in that situation, ladies, bring something to the table. Because when you don't bring nothing to the table but good looks and, everything else that comes along pretty, right? When that's all that you bring to the table, suppose he dies, God forbid, but suppose he dies. How would you sustain yourself? Better yet, watch this. Suppose he dies, or he just somehow gets out the picture, doesn't want to be with you anymore. Now you have to fend for yourself. But since you didn't bring anything to the table, now you're relying on somebody else to take care of you. That's not a good look. But all that could have been alleviated had you brought something to the table. Bring something to the table. Now, this is what I tell men and women alike. I told you this a few weeks ago. If you're broke, you should not be dating. A lot of y'all be dating and be broke. And the truth of the matter is, let's really be honest. Let's hit this thing in reality. Women can get away with it for a little while. Why can a woman get away? She can get away with it. Why? Because men would foot the bill. A real man will foot the bill every single time. So all she has to do is just go out. Now, I don't suggest that you do that. Why? Because if the relationship begins to graduate and go to the next level, and he discovers that you don't have anything, that could be a major turnoff for him. I'm not saying, ladies, you need to be a millionaire. It's great. Go get your money. Go get the bag.